Jamal Musiala is England's next breakthrough star. He's getting minutes in a Champions League winning side at 17 years old and has forced himself into England's under-21s. So how has he got to this stage? What can we expect to see from Musiala in the near future? And the big question about his future, will he pick England or Germany as his national side? In July 2019, Jamal Musiala had a big decision to make: stay in England with Chelsea or move to Germany to sign for Bayern Munich. He rejected a long-term contract at Chelsea and instead opted to join Bayern, in a move which obviously has big similarities to Jadon Sancho to Borussia Dortmund. A young player with bags of potential, playing in a youth squad of a Premier League team and looking for game time. England wasn't the place for them to break through, and instead it's the German heavyweights who have signed the attackers and look to develop them into quality players. This time last year, Musiala was part of the under-17 squad at Bayern Munich and playing at a very high level. He scored 6 and assisted 2 in 12 games for the under-2017s, making an impact from the start of his career in Germany and made a great impression on the coaching staff at the club. Come December, he moved into the under-19 squad and played twice in the UEFA Youth League. And he went even further, making 10 appearances for Bayern Munich's second team. They play in the third tier of German football. The rise through the ranks at Bayern is something that will rarely happen. With plans in place for these players when they sign, the club will continue to develop them in the way that they planned. But Musiala showed something different. As reported by The Athletic, Bayern were impressed by the work rate and the confidence Musiala showed on the pitch. This meant that come June this year, Musiala firstly appeared on the bench for the first team and a week later made his debut in the Bundesliga, playing 2 minutes against Freiburg. Moving to this season, Musiala has broken through into the first team for good and has been on the bench of every Bundesliga game so far, coming on 5 times from the 7 games played. The first game of the season was against Schalke, where he played 17 minutes and in the game registered his first shot at this level, and it resulted in his first goal, which really sums up how impressive he's been since arriving at the club. And what was also impressive was the goal itself. At this point there was 7-0 up, so all he was going to do was look to score himself. He received a pass on the left flank from Lewandowski, carried the ball into the box and cut to the right, taking on Becker and waiting for the right time to shoot. He found a gap into the near post and got great connection with the ball, hitting with power, making it difficult for the goalkeeper to stop. He was able to shine the most in the game versus Hertha Berlin. He came off the bench to play 25 minutes, the most he's played in one game so far, completing 16 of 18 attempted passes, 3 successful dribbles from 3 attempted, 1 aerial duel won from 1 attempted, and 3 of 4 ground duels won. So far, he's been playing on the left wing for the first team, and even though he can play here effectively, it isn't his natural position. He usually plays as an attacking midfielder, and this is where he played last season when working his way through the ranks at Bayern. But his first goal showed that he can play on the left wing and play well in a wider position. His dribbling ability helps a lot with this. So far he's completed 7 dribbles, which is more than any other Bayern Munich player in just 81 minutes played. This shows that he's more than capable of playing in this position, therefore meaning he can continue to develop as a player as a left winger. At some point I'm sure we'll see him being used as an attacking midfielder, but in this Bayern Munich squad it's fairly difficult to force your way into a different position. Thomas Müller is off the back of his best season in the Bundesliga, so even though Musiala might not be able to get minutes in that position, he's able to learn from one of the best. His first start came against FC Düren in the German Cup. He played the full 90 minutes, so this was a brilliant chance for him to show what he can do with more time on the pitch. His drive to take on players really showed in this match by attempting 8 dribbles and successfully completing 5 of them. In fact, that was the same as what Alphonso Davies was able to get in that game. He was also fairly impressive with intercepting the ball, doing this 3 times in the game along with 1 tackle won. He had a fantastic chance in this game to score again, a little spark of magic showing exactly how he can create a chance to score for himself. Picking up the ball in the box, going to the left of one player, a cut to the right to the next, and a final shot cut to the left of the next defender saw him straight through on goal. And I'm sure he'll be very disappointed not scoring at the end. So close to the goal, his shot hits the right post and goes wide. A sign of confidence though in using his 1v1 ability to get into the box, but the composure for the shot at the end wasn't quite there for him. It's clear to see at 17 years of age he has the quality, ability now and obvious potential that can be maximised by consistent minutes in the Bundesliga. The faith has been shown in him quite early by the manager Hansi Flick, who has talked about the development of Musiala. He said, "We need to tread carefully with him. Jamal has a lot of quality on the ball in 1v1s too. He still needs to gain some physical stability, but he is only 17. He is definitely among the most developed of our academy prospects." And with the quote at the end there, I think it's certain that Bayern see him as a player that can break through into the team in the next few seasons. That's why I'd expect a new contract for him sometime in the near future. future. His current one expires in 2022. So in contrast to Chelsea, who let a club snap him up, Bayern will tie him down with a new deal sooner rather than later. A big question surrounding Musiala recently is which national team will he represent, with England and Germany battling it out to have him on their side. He was born in Stuttgart, Germany, but had an English upbringing, playing for both countries at youth international level. Most recently though, making his debut for the England U21s in their 5-0 win over Albania, and managed to get on the score sheet himself. He started this game as an attacking midfielder, so his preferred position. For this goal, finding himself on the right, running with the ball towards the centre and playing a neat 1-2 with Oliver Skip to get into the box, and finishing the third of the game. It's still not certain that he sticks with the England national team. However, the head of academy coaching at the German FA said, Musiala has clearly signalled to us that he currently sees his future with the England national team. If so, it's another top prospect for England, and another that is looking to reach his potential in the Bundesliga. The story of Musiala is just beginning, and his development is for sure going to be interesting to watch. I recommend that you don't miss out on future videos. Subscribe to Route 1 and like the video if you did enjoy.